In this lecture, we want to build out the functionality for more check info. Let's look at the man page and review the syntax of that command. All right. As you can see, more check info works just like more user info, where they state more check info, then do dash dash, and then the ID of a check. Because of the similarities, we can actually copy the logic from more user info and then customize it slightly to our needs. So I'm going down here to more user info. I'm going to copy the meat of this function, then move on down to more check info and just paste it in here. Just like more user info, we want to get the ID from the string. We want to split on dash dash and get the second element in the array. But the second element is not going to be a user ID, it's going to be a check ID. Then we want to continue if there is a check ID, and then we want to look up the check. So we want to do a data read from the checks collection, not from the user collection, and we want to read by check ID. It's going to return back an error and check data, and then we want to continue on if there is no error and there is check data. We don't need to remove the hash password because there's no such thing in the check object. And then we want to print the JSON object with text highlighting, but it's going to be check data, not user data. And we'll wrap it in a vertical space on each side. So that's all we need to do. Let's go ahead and start the app back up. And first we'll list the checks so we can get the ID of a check. I'm going to grab this last check ID, and now I'm going to say more check info dash dash this ID. And you can see it spat out the object for this check. We have the ID, the user phone, the protocol, and all the other data about this check. So more check info seems to be working just fine. So we can kill this application and move on to the next lecture.